Hello everyone, Mr. Paradise, Picking Paradise, and it's Stock Lock Sunday. I've been on a roll with these videos lately, so I want to continue that pattern. And I had a few things on the subreddit from these users here that drew my attention to the 5200 and the 1100. So Reddit user Lock Reaper 2513 posted, which one do we find more difficult, 5200 or 1100? Well, they got the same core, so they should be very, very similar. If you're picking in hand, the weight of the 5200 is probably going to feel a little bit more cumbersome and a little bit different, but same exact core. So it just depends on where the serrations are and where the spools are, and if it has mainly serrations or mainly spools. I always find the mainly serration ones more difficult, and when I suspect a lock to have a lot of serration pins in the drivers, I I increase my tension so that way I feel the definite set a little bit faster. And then Reddit user William Bryan, seems like he got his first 1100. So shout out to you, man. Great locks. Welcome to the club. And same thing with Seashore and Horizon. Got his 1100 or posted something about 1100. So welcome to the club. I absolutely love being the first one to say welcome to the 1100 club on the subreddit. Someone beat me to one of those today. Bums me out, but hey, can't get them all. And then we'll give a shout out to my boy over here, Roy291777. Sent him a care package a while back, and it contained an American 5200 or whatever. I told him it's just like the 1100, so he could watch those videos. It's a little bit older, and when the locks are older, I found a little heavier tension works a little bit better. So anyway, I'm enjoying some I.W. Harper and doing a little bit of picking and making this stock lock video. So hopefully we get through this and I can give you guys some good pointers on the way. If you don't know, then usually these things really like they really like low. I'm just adjusting the camera here, so if we can bear with me. Thank you. They like really light tension, and that's enough for a piece of paper to be on the wall, to hold a piece of paper on the wall and it not fall off. That's light tension. Medium tension is about double that. And then heavy tension is you see the white on your knuckle, on your fingernail, okay? So your fingernail turns white. And 50,000 is top of keyway, and I got a custom hook 4 that has been sanded down to 17 thousandths. I always go right to the back, and I find the first one and get a click out of it, and then I go looking for the second one, and I got a click out of somewhere around 2. And then pin 1 feels like it's going to give me the click. And if you feel core rotation, that probably means it's a set pin. And you get these faint little things, and then once it's set, it takes a little bit of force, and it feels nice and stiff, like, oh, it's not moving. Oh, I'm almost overset 2 there. Might have overset it. Ooh, overset that one. Dropped it back down. I'm just going to start all over, go in the back. First binder. Let's listen for it. You can try getting that first click and then purposely overset it to see what happens, see what it feels like. There's a definite difference in feeling. Okay, ball set now. Another low click. Got some counter rotation. And we got an open. So yeah, that one probably had a few spools there. Act very, very similar to 1100. And you know, you can watch the other videos that I have that I go a little bit more in detail and share some tips that what it was at the belt ride along, lock picking belt ride along series. I give pretty much all my tips on my 1100 in that, so you can tune into that to kind of get some more pointers and tips. So again, we'll try this guy. Go right to the back is what I always do. I don't know why. Doesn't matter where you start. I'm suspecting a low cut in the back there somewhere. That was very unusual, by the way. I am not doing well on this 1100, by the way. So I just dropped a pin on purpose so I could refeel what's going on. I don't like to hear crunches like that, so we're headed in the wrong direction when we would do that. Okay, abandon that one, reset. Don't be afraid to reset. It's kind of hard to overcome an overset pin, so. Okay, now I'm in a false set. It's all about one right here. One's high set. I was halfway expecting an open right there. There we go. That one had a lot of spools because I had to work it back and forth a lot. And they do have like a little ledge on the bottom of the spool, so you got to get a nice set. And then another good tip is when you are right on the pin and it's providing some sort of feedback. I'm going to try to mimic this here. When you are on the pin and it's either giving you counter rotation, because those serrations tend to set pretty quick. Yeah, so let's find one with counter rotation. You can see this little trick I'll do with my finger. So if you're picking in a vise, that top of keyway likes to fall out of your hand. See that counter rotation there? I actually come up here and grab that so I can lighten up. And then when you do lighten up, you don't want too much pick pressure because the pick pressure will overset it. So you want to lighten up on the pick pressure and just let that one drive it all the way home there. There it goes. And there. This is always a problem of mine. If I got a pick in there and I start picking a lock, I want to just go ahead and finish it. that counter rotation, and I'm going to lighten up, and there I can feel it. It's about to go. Boom. There you go. So anyway, hope those tips help, and I hope that you guys are enjoying everything. Again, congratulations to William Bryan, Seashore, and Horizon Lock Reaper. These locks are identical, man. The core's the same. If you're doing it in hand, the weight feels different, but they're exactly the same. Play around with the pins, gut them, try to shuffle around the serration, shuffle around the spools, put them in a different format. Who gives a shit about a key? Go ahead and mix up the keying as well, so that way it's a nice high-low, give you a lot of practice. And Roy, hopefully I've given you some tips, and hopefully you get that old American. I would try to say increase tension. Stay safe. Aloha.